up, though? What up, though? What up, though? This is Sulaiman, Mausi of Sulaiman and Lesleigh Mausi fame. She ain't here. We are live, so she may join us. She may not. She's my partner in crime and life and love and all of that. And this is the Power of Us brand. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm not sure how many people are going to join us today, but we're going to rock and roll. We've taken some time off through the holidays. I hope everybody had a great one with their family. So we're going to give a couple minutes to see who chimes in. And, I shared it on my personal page and we tweaking it. So if it's just me and you and nobody, then that's cool too. And let me return that call a little bit later. So let me go back over here to Zoom and go from there. But today's topic is, what up, though, my guy? So the time it could be just me and you tonight, man. I don't know what's about to happen because I'm not on my page when I tried to share it. But since she ain't here, we're going to talk about what we want to. I know it's supposed to say, how's your 2023 started, but we don't care about that. Have you got laid yet in 2023? That's what we want to know. It's 2023. Hopefully you've gotten some at this point. I have. So I hope you have too. But I think that's important for you as a couple to bond and come together and, release some stress, make things interesting, and keep it cracking, I think that's important. I think that's an important part. If you have not gotten any in 2023, you need to work that out. You know what I mean? Have a conversation. You don't have to pay for it. Sometimes you got to pay your wife. Drop that 40 ball on her. See what happens. But 2023 started off good for us. It's been really good. Everybody's going back today. Sulaiman's back at school. Nazir's back home. Ahmad's is doing Ahmad, and teenagers is something else. That's another conversation we got to have is about teenagers. But anyway, so we do have some questions. I'm gonna stay to it. So Kansas City, Lions game, yeah, Kansas City or Baltimore next year. Next year for the Lions, I'm looking at Kansas City, New Orleans, and Tampa. See if I can't do 3. It's the year of 50, so why not? And here's my queen right here.
Started?
Yeah, we started. We're live. Yeah. We live and we live. She is joining us. It is. Slide that over for you. Here she is. We have not said anything inappropriate. We're on.
Hey, y'all. Why didn't y'all wait for me?
9 o'clock. Dana said we had to start on time. That's what happened. So we're here. My wife will be joining us. She looks great, well rested, up and at it. But yeah, those are the games. I want to hit 3 road games. But I really want that Kansas City game. So late as always, you ain't gonna be talking about my wife. It's time, But my Lions are doing better. I'm extremely happy with the progress of the team, and Kansas City is number 1 on my list for next year as a road trip. So there we are. Come on over. Hey, baby.
Hey, y'all.
Here we are. See? Never get Yeah. See? What Kelly texting you?
I want to do glasses or no glasses?
No glasses. There you go. Look great.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Welcome to the Power of Us fam.
Yeah, this is the 2 of us.
Oh, hell. What? Don't keep it fooling for girl. Okay. What did I miss? What did you say?
I ain't said nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me see here. Just me and Tom are talking. What did I miss? What did you say? See? It's just us. There you go. I lost something. But anyway, what's going on is we're on the Power of Us page, not on my page live. And so the Freshly Squoze. Yeah. Fresh Squoze up last night.
Listen, I fell asleep on the couch just now, and he woke me up like I don't know 10 minutes before.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. So there it is. So we don't know what kind of participation we get, but then you can go back to the questions. We have been very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
The first
So
time
what's
we
going
done it in a
on?
while on Thursdays.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, we talked about the new year.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It's been a good time to start. Everything over there.
Oh Lord. I see I can't leave you alone. Oh, my nails, shit.
How has your 2023 started? That's how the conversation gets started.
My 2023 has gotten off to a great start. It's been low key. It's been great. But we just hit the ground running, with business. So, it's been great. It was nice to close out 2022. Family came for Christmas. It was wonderful. Sulaiman Jr. was here. It was great having him home. And yeah, so the year 2023 has gotten off to a great start. What about you?
Yeah, for 2022, the best was an outstanding, phenomenal year. It finished strong. Things are well. We're announcing another tour coming up. It's been working out, so that's been good. So 2023 started off well. A lot of promising things. A lot of irons in the fire, and keep it pushing.
She looks freshly squoze.
Don't look at me. I didn't. It's a question from the peanut gallery, and I'm sober. This is water. We're on a cleanse.
We're on a cleanse.
We're on a fast.
We're doing a Daniel fast, 21 days with our church, Raleigh North Christian Center. So we're doing a really nice fast. Yep. It's been good. No sugar, no nothing. You can have all meat, all vegetables, all fruit, but no breads, no sugars, no carbs, rice, things like that, no potatoes. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good. Okay, let's go with the questions. I go back to sleep. Lord have mercy.
I can handle this.
Do you think that there are different barriers in business for men versus women? Yeah. Different barriers in business for men versus women. I should have looked at the questions before we started. Lord, I'm groggy. I just woke up, y'all. I'll let you take it first. Somebody called me.
Oh, somebody called you? It said this is going to be a raggedy version. Do you think there are different barriers in business for men and women? I do. I think that unfortunately the women do not get paid the same amount as men. I mean, I think hopefully it's getting better, but I think women do face a lot of barriers that men don't have to go through, which is unfortunate. But I think the tide's really starting to turn. There's a lot of opportunities out there for women in business, women-owned businesses. There's programs, etc. So there is a lot that you can get accomplished, and there are advantages to being a minority woman-owned business that men simply don't have. And I think that's justified because of the treatment in the past. So there are different barriers. But there's different barriers in all aspects of life. But there's a clear differential between men and women, and I hope that gets better.
Same here. I'm on the struggle bus tonight.
The male and female entrepreneurs get asked different questions by stakeholders. I don't even know the answer to that. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, that's a rough one there. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know. I guess I will. The only thing that I can think of that might be similar to that is when we are both going into rooms for sponsorships, I think that there are certain rooms that take more to me or take better to me than they do to him. And that could just, be people's comfort level in working with men, women versus men. Not sure, but we were in a situation where we had a sponsorship, and the representative was male, and he just felt more comfortable dealing with me. Don't know why.
I do. But no, mm,
Yes. Can a woman be sexy and smart in business? Absolutely. I mean, if that's naturally who she is, if it's inauthentic, if it's fake in any way, it'll come across. But yes, a woman can be sexy and smart in business. First of all, it is sexy to be smart. And I think that in business, you lead with intelligence all the time, lead with intelligence. And there are other ways that, you can be sexy. You wouldn't walk into a meeting, dressed inappropriately, but that doesn't necessarily constitute sexy. You know what I mean? It's the confidence that's on the inside. It's how you walk into a room. It's how you command the attention and how you deliver your information. So, yes, a woman can definitely be sexy and smart in business.
and for you fellas, got to be careful because you mess around and get me too. Don't say nothing. Don't. I would recommend do not compliment women in the workplace anymore. Don't do it. Stay away and stand down. I don't even know about holding the door anymore for a coworker. I wouldn't do it if I was you. So be careful out there. It's scary. Just my opinion.
Are women superior to men in business? Superior to men in some cases. It all depends on what we bring to the table in the area of business. I really think that you know th- there's a strength in, well, I shouldn't say this. Well, strength in organization. I think women are very organized. We're used to running, households, and so you move that over to business. And I think that we come with a level of intelligence where we're able to, to handle things like that. And I don't know if we would call that superiority, superiority to men in business. I'm not sure. Um, what do you think? Do you think
I
women
say
are
no.
superior to men
I say absolutely not.
in business?
I say absolutely not. I say that business is the great neutralizer. Everybody's equal, male, female. When those invoices in, do you got the money to pay them? Are you billing properly? Are you marketing properly, etc.? So superior one way or the other, I don't agree with that. It's money green. At the end of the day, when that money come in, you better get up and get it.
Mm,
That's gender neutral. The bills don't play.
mm.
Make it happen. Get up, get out, get something. When is the business retreat? We are planning that.
Yes, we are. It's
We are
coming this
planning that.
year.
We're planning a couples retreat as we speak.
Yep.
And we talked about y'all last night in our planning session. So we shouldn't even let that on public, but it's coming. So, but no, women are not superior to men, and men are not superior to women in business. I say that definitively. No, that's my opinion.
What are your thoughts on emotion, women versus logic, men in decision making? Men can be just as emotional.
No,
Men can be just as emotional.
no.
We talk about your emotional friend. You have an
There's,
emotional friend.
I got several emotional friends, but they ain't in
Hmm.
business. So I'm talking about
They wouldn't say that. They
business.
are in business.
Listen,
What are your thoughts on emotion versus logic in decision making?
women tend to make in life more emotional decisions,
Let's
and
stick
in
with
business,
emotional versus logic instead of women versus men.
women are more emotional than men when making decisions overall. If it's one way or the other, I would definitely say a woman is going to go more business.
Mm-mm.
Hell no, I said that's what Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Depending.
No, plenty of women that lead with logic. Plenty.
Women lead with logic, yes, but
Men can be very emotional.
out of the two, which one do you think is more?
That's
Honestly,
not the question. What are your thoughts on emotion versus logic in decision making? When
I
we're
think
making a decision, do you lead with logic? Do you lead with emotion? Is it a little bit of both? We're making a decision.
I think logic is all should always be first, gender neutral. But I think women, if it's one or the other, women are more emotional than men. Not in Tom and Kelly's situation. Kelly a bulldog. You know what I'm saying? Tom is too nice, but that's just that's just him. But
You hear this time?
it's the truth.
No.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "You the man, my guy, love always."
Mm-hmm.
This is a different platform, everybody. I'm trying to get used to it. I'm used to seeing people's comments and questions. So I don't see it this time. What's going on?
Because we're just on our tap on our, we're not on our personal pages. We're on just the Power of Us.
YouTube.
No, YouTube and Facebook.
Hey, Chloe.
What up, though, Glow?
She said Kelly's her girl. Is it true that women excel at multitasking while men can only cope with one job at once? No, I don't think that's a women men issue either. I really don't. It all depends on the person. I think that um, women can be natural at multitasking because of, like I said earlier, what we do. All the many hats and roles that we wear, or hats that we wear around the house. But when it comes to me, I like executing one or two jobs, focusing on one or two things, and then moving on, to the next. I don't have a lot of room on my plate for multitasking because I like to do things and execute well. And if I have too many things on my plate, I'm not executing well. So I don't think that's the case for me.
And I'm a multitasker. I get several things done and can function at more things at once.
I think when you do many things or multitask, you may not be as you may not pay as much attention to detail. If you are a detail oriented person,
I'm not.
Then you tend to. I tend to just really make sure we drill down the task at hand and then move on to the next thing because the details are important for me.
It did. Mine's result oriented. Get it done. That's it.
Whew. Is it true that women? Oh, that was the same question.
Mm-hmm.
How does Power of Us demonstrate gender collaboration in business and marriage?
I'll do that.
Go ahead.
It's important if you have a partner, in this case, husband and wife. I'm male, she's female. So, if there's a certain contract that you get extra points for a woman, minority-owned business, ding, 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 ding. Check that box off. With others may have not. So you collaborate. You do what makes sure you structure things properly. Have a company that's 51% at least owned black female.
Mm-hmm.
You have what I'm saying, you be strategic about the collaboration in business with other, and sometimes it could be a joint venture with a minority-owned female company. It doesn't have to be your own company.
Mm-hmm.
Do what makes sense for business, but make sure you do it strategically and in the right way to get your paper.
So, Power of Us, I think that we demonstrate gender collaboration in business and marriage well. He never does what I say do.
Every day.
He is definitely the boss in business. I think that our partnership demonstrates gender collaboration well. We just know our strengths and our weaknesses and those of your partner, and we manage accordingly. There are some things that I do on a regular. I'm great at administration, great at documentation, business, paperwork, attention to detail. And so I take those things and run with it. He normally passes that to me. And when it comes to going out and securing, new deals, new businesses, new relationships, He takes, the forefront with that. So I think that you just have to know your partner, know who you're in business with, and collaborate. Sometimes, it's 60-40, and then it flip flops depending on what the task is.
If you need to, cuss her out.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. But always be respectful. You know
Whatever.
what I'm saying? Always be respectful. But I think that um, when you're in business with your spouse, learn how to have an extra bowl of grace. Extra.
Yep.
You got to. You have to be able to hold your tongue.
Yep.
You got to be able to ignore her. Just let her talk. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you don't do that, you drive yourself crazy. You got to let your spouse think they know everything and still do what you got to do to get it done, just to keep the peace. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just a good tip, and I think I'm sure it goes both ways.
Sometimes that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta just let it
Just
go
let
and
them
just
talk.
and still do what you're gonna do. If not,
Get the
you're gonna be
job
arguing, but
done.
get the job done at the end of the day. Send the invoice, get the bread. You know what I mean? I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
What else do you think is important as we tap on out of this? Any last minute advice for the people when it comes
Last
to
minute
business?
advice for the people when it
Oh, I
comes
got a
to
question for you.
business.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask the question.
Okay, so for several years, I asked you to come out of education before you actually made the decision. What advice would you give to someone else? And it took you a few years until you were ready because you had some things you wanted to accomplish, and it was a lot. What advice would you give to someone else who is on the fringe of making that decision, on the cusp or the teeter-totter?
I'm going to always lead with prayer. You can't take a large step like that, a faith walk, without, tapping in and getting in alignment spiritually. But just, I had to come to a realization that what I was doing, I was fulfilled, you know. I felt like I had done and accomplished everything that I wanted to do. And it was time for me to move over and let someone else, continue in education. There was so much more to me. I had to look at who I was and what I wanted out of life, where I was at that point in time. That was also, a huge time in my life. I was really going through some things. So, I basically decided to do it for myself. I know that he wanted me to come join the business. He wanted me to lend my skills to what he was doing, but I had to make sure that it was right for me. I had to make sure that I was not going to lose myself, in doing or working in the business that he started, and leave a career that fulfilled me, and
Until it didn't.
leave a career that fulfilled me. It always fulfilled me. So just make sure you have a plan. Make sure that you weigh your pros and cons. Make sure that you have a partner who is committed to you, for the long haul, and make sure that you have taken inventory of your skills. You know what you bring to the table, and you can see a place for yourself in the business. Never lose yourself. Never give up something um, until you can really find where you can fit in and thrive the next place you're going.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And I think Tom had a question. Then we'll go. Tom Kelly's question was um, insurance. Kelly says she ain't Tom. Yep. How do we figure out that insurance? You're talking about health insurance, I assume. We've had this conversation. It's very, very simple. It's called Obamacare. The Affordable Care Act was one of the greatest things ever for entrepreneurs and the self-employed. It, we recommend getting an insurance broker in it, but
Yeah.
when you'll be surprised at the numbers and the way that it works once you do your P&Ls and you turn in your taxes, and we can have an offline conversation about that. But make sure that you go down that road. I mean, our insurance cut by 2/3 once we switched over to Affordable Care Act. And there's a lot of people, I think that's why Donald Trump lost. You can't get rid of 25, 30 million people's health care and expect them to vote for you. We got Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Also, the other key to that is get a HSA, a health savings account, because if you spend all your money out of it, so you got a $10,000 deductible, whether you're self-employed on Affordable Care Act or not, or anything you buy for medical purposes should always come out of your HSA. Get a credit union, open that up. If you got to put in $200 at a time and go buy it, because you get 100% of your money back. It's a no-brainer. So if you go to, using this example for Obamacare, is if you have a $10,000 deductible, which we have, we're no longer paying $800, $1,300 a month for it. So worst case scenario, we have to pay the first $10,000. Our prescription is like $12 now. So, but anything that you buy, including those prescriptions, you pay for with your HSA, and you get 100% of it back at the end of the year. It's a no-brainer. So that's how you overcome the health insurance. And don't be afraid. Go for it.
Yep, it was a game changer for us.
Yep, because that was one of our stressors. So each president, all of them, hopefully, with the exception of that damn Bush, I don't think he did anything right. Have done one good piece of legislation as far as I'm concerned, and that was one. So it's just some Affordable Care Act. So that is my my thing on that. So there it is. So unless there's any last minute questions, I don't think so.
Not for me.
Not for me either.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Power to the people. I
wish I could see y'all, but listen.
We're flipping it over and we're going on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube.
Yes.
Buy the book, purchase today, Cash App, Power of Us brand, and on Amazon. We'll get our accounts off of Amazon.
We are coming back. We will be in person at North Carolina Central on Sunday, January 22nd. So if you aren't doing anything and you have some available time, come on over to North Carolina Central, where we will be speaking to some young people about career choices and making pivots, and how you go from what you majored in to what you're currently doing now. So that's something really interesting that I'm looking forward to. And then also we are looking forward to doing vision boards. Hit me up. Start of new year. Let's get these visions on paper in front of us. Write the vision, make it plain. Hit me up. I'll be a vision board facilitator. We've got a lot of things coming in 2023. I hope you can rock with us.
Yeah. Have a blessed one.